Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Ariandel. This is probably going to be the final episode of the DLC. We have only one boss left, and really the episode's length is only going to depend on how long this boss takes. I'm going to keep trying her on screen for a while, but if it starts getting really difficult, or I just can't beat her, I'll start editing out all my failed attempts. Alright. We're already off to a terrible start. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to readjust. First of all, my TV is too loud. Okay, there we go. They kind of, from what I've noticed, they kind of do the Pontiff Sullivan thing where she does become less aggressive in phase 2. Which makes sense because if she was this aggressive in phase 2, that would be like absolutely ridiculous. But then she doubles down on phase 3. Finally. I mean, I'm dealing a shit ton of damage to her. There we go. That was her mistake. It's almost like it's okay. I see you there. I don't know why she thought that I would not be able to see her. It's almost impossible, like better to just like walk out of her range. Okay, she's doing it. There you are. Alright, phase 1 down. We did okay. That was probably the best phase 1 I've had so far. We're not gonna watch this again. That's way too long, that cutscene. So I think I'm gonna go for the big guy. Obviously, he's easier to hit. And he's easier to dodge as well, so... yeah. Again, I beat Ornstein and Smo with a fucking fist weapon. So if I can do that, I can definitely do this boss fight for sure. I'll do a safety heal. I don't like not seeing her where she is. But we'll go for a bit of damage. There's a lot of damage, by the way. Alright, whatever. I don't really care about being frostbitten. I have enough stamina where frostbite doesn't really matter that much. If you don't know what it does, partially, is it reduces your stamina. Yeah, but he's taking more damage than she is. Okay, yeah, that was a bad dodge. Which is weird that he has less defense. Yeah, she just healed him. But I think I can... apparently... oh! Come on. There we go. That was okay. Still have 11 Estus. But that's not really the problem here. The problem is that I can't find a way to attack. So does she always spawn on you? That's what seems to be happening. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh, okay. And fuck, they heal her. Oh, you bastards. But she is similar to Pontiff Sullivan, you gotta admit, right? Like, the way she attacks. Especially here in phase 3. Okay, this is where I'm a little bit more concerned about frostbite. I don't exactly know what she does. She just casts the frostbite thing. Seems to be. She doesn't do the backstab. I think, yeah. Gotta get away from that. That hit her, but it didn't stagger. So 1 hit per opening, I think, is the way to go. Except there. Okay, thank fuck. Like, she knocked me down and that helped me avoid the follow-up to that attack. Ouch. Stop for a second, thank you. Shit. That's one of her most dangerous attacks, the frost. Okay, that's fine. I'll take the opportunity to heal. I don't know about this, man. Like, this could go either way at this point. Shit. Staying away from her still seems to be the better option. I'm like flipping around. Okay, I'm dead, aren't I? Yeah. Well, that was still the best attempt so far. That's really annoying. I was at over half HP and that grab one-shots me. I do wonder what this NPC is gonna do. I'm guessing what he does is he shows up at like phase 3 or something, which would be the best help, honestly. That would honestly save my ass if he shows up at like phase 3. Okay, 2 hits at max. In this phase. And in phase 3, 1 hit at max. It doesn't seem to increase the boss's like durability, you know. That's what summoning normally does. I'm not sure. That does a lot of damage. This weapon is OP, by the way, I think. Or not OP, but I think it's definitely one of the best. What is it? Great swords? Alright. Phantom... Oh, he summoned... Okay, phase 2, I guess. We'll go for Ariandel first. Because what I need to do... Fuck! That backstab. I was trying to backstab. He doesn't have an HP bar either. Gale, I mean. Okay, he still takes a lot of damage, so... But you can tell that he has more defense. Okay, I did not think that would hit. I'm actually doing worse, to be honest. Okay, fuck you. I'll take that trade, for sure. I'll trade Estus for that much damage. Gale, if you could help. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I'm trying to be more aggressive. And not have Gale die. Okay, you're dead. You're not dead. Now you are. Oh, come on. If he can help with phase 3, that's gonna be the best ever. What weapon is that? That looks really cool. What weapon? What the hell? I want that weapon. So no point in attacking her at the start because she recovers all her HP, the bitch. Ah, okay. Don't lock on. Gale? Okay, he's not desummoned, thank fuck. I was like, if he disappears... Oh, shit. Can you not backstab her? Thankfully, because Gale is the AI, he knows exactly where she is. Even when she's invisible. That's the second time I've gotten hit by that. He does okay damage. That's it. And now I'm fucked, aren't I? Because she has more defense. I'm down to 7 Estus. Man, this fight is so annoying, I swear. This third phase is so irritating, I swear. She constantly attacks. She has a shit ton of AoE spells. Like... I mean, I get what they were going for. Like, to have a challenging boss fight, but... Like... I don't know. Okay, so this is gonna be the kill for Sister Friede, Father Ariandel, and Sister Friede again. As you can see, I have once again changed weapons. I was having a real hard time with her, even with the Profane Sword, especially in the third phase. So I looked at all the resources that I had, and I saw that I actually have enough to upgrade another weapon. So I kind of looked over my inventory, and I came up with this, the Butcher Knife. And to be honest, this weapon is in many ways kind of very suited to my build, because this is primarily a strength build. And as you can see, or as you probably know, the Butcher Knife has S scaling in strength. And as you can see, it deals a shit ton of damage. Not only that, it has an excellent moveset. It has a huge hitbox. And for its size, it is relatively fast. Doesn't obviously stun as much. I can't guarantee a 2-hit combo as much as I can with the Profaned. But that doesn't really matter in the third phase anyways. So overall, I'm very happy with this weapon. It's ridiculously powerful. And I'm glad that I went with it. Initially, I was gonna go for the Millwood axe. Not the Great Axe, but the normal Millwood axe. But I chose against that because it's kind of a boring moveset. I feel like the Butcher Knife is a little bit more unique. So here we are in phase 2. And this was, I think, attempt number 3 after getting this weapon. So the weapon change definitely helped. I wonder if like heavy weapons are really like not good for this boss fight. I don't know. Because she seems, especially Friede, seems way too fast for you to get in your hits with like any of the like really slow weapons. Like I could barely hit her with the Fume Ultra. I don't know, maybe I was just doing it wrong. But as you can see, the amount of damage this thing deals is insane. This weapon was very powerful in 1. I mean in Dark Souls 2 as well. Well, actually it was good in 1 as well. This weapon has been good in all the Souls games. That's not very good, that two-handed R2. As you can see, she just dodged out of the way. So, what are my overall opinions on this boss fight? Well, the thing is, I'm planning on making a review for this DLC. So I'm probably gonna cover all my thoughts in that video. But for now, I think design-wise, this is a great boss. Both Friede and Ariandel are very well designed. However, I'm not a huge fan of this three-phase battle, especially the third phase. I feel like it is pretty cheap. Not because of her, not because of the fact that it is three phases, but because she is essentially a Bloodborne boss in Dark Souls 3. And sure, Dark Souls 3 is fast and everything, but it's not Bloodborne. And I feel like she's a little bit crazy. But you know, I'll give my final thoughts on it, and I do need more playthroughs to fully maybe like form a better opinion, because to be honest with you, the first time I fought Raim, or the Fume Knight or whatever it's called in Dark Souls 2, I didn't like that boss either. But now I have no problem with it really. It's still not my favorite, but I've gotten more appreciative of it. So maybe that will happen with this as well. But I don't know, this third phase feels cheap as hell to me. It is cool though, like her moves and the way she dodges around and everything. It is awesome, to be honest. As you can see, the butcher knife is dealing decent damage. I think I lucked out with this weapon because it can hit her pretty well, whereas I was having a real hard time getting any hits in with the Profaned, especially in the third phase. I got through phase 1 and 2 really easily with that weapon, but this phase I just like got stuck. And of course I managed to make it here with full Estus, so took advantage of that. The thing I did in phase 2, that's a tactic I've seen like streamers and stuff, like people who do challenge runs. I've seen them do it, where if they're fighting a multi-phase boss, they use an Ember after phase 1, which gives you a full heal and increases your HP, so it did kind of help. Sorry, I'm coughing. It did help, obviously. I don't know how much the extra HP saved me. Okay, let's hope I make it to the end of this commentary. Alright, so we're about to wrap up this fight. I mean, again, the thing that really helped is that I got here with a lot of Estus flasks. That probably helped more than anything. But you know, the frost attacks are pretty annoying. She is very fast, difficult to dodge, has a huge variety of movesets, and honestly I still don't know how much of it came down to luck, like me beating her. I don't know, honestly. Maybe I just got lucky with the moves. She didn't do her grab, which got me quite a bit in phase 3. So yeah, that was, or that is, Sister Elfriede. We're coming up to the end here. Okay, so there's still a bit left of me clearing out the rest of the DLC. So we'll pick it up with live commentary once again. Okay, I cannot believe I actually just beat her. That was possibly the hardest Souls boss I faced. You know, people always ask me what I think the hardest boss is in the Soulsborne series. Now, this one is definitely up there in terms of difficulty. I'm gonna have to see, you know, in like subsequent playthroughs how it changes. But damn, they were really, really difficult. I still wouldn't put her at number 1. Personally, I still feel like the Orphan of Cause is the most difficult boss in all of Soulsborne. But that's just my opinion. But again, Sister Friede is definitely up there. Not only for the fact that, you know, it takes so much to kill her. I didn't think that the Butcher Knife would be the key. But then it kind of makes sense. I mean, this weapon has the perfect combination of speed and power, and guess it ended up working out. Alright, let's go ahead and read her soul. Friede was the first Ash to enter the painting, but together with the Good Father, they chose rot over fire, which is something we kind of got a hint of when we talked to her. It almost seems like the painting goes through its kind of own cycle of rot and fire, whether it's like burnt down and repainted or it rots away. Alright, we can make Friede's Great Scythe, which I kind of expected. A great scythe wielded by Sister Elfriede, with a curved blade thinly coated by painted world frost, that easily breaks the guard of shields. Okay. In the painting, the scythe is a symbol of a long-lost home, possibly explaining Elfriede's preference for it. Conjure a magic bladed support scythe into the left hand, while the great scythe remains in the right, a stance derived from Elfriede's former swordsmanship. Use normal attacks to leap forward and swing twice, or strong attack to coat the earth with running frost. That's cool, you kind of get her weapon. That's actually really cool. I'm guessing it's sort of like the Life Hunt scythe, but scythes are actually pretty viable in this game. And we have the Rose of Ariandel, a flail used by the bulbous father of the painted world to shred his own skin, producing blood to appease the flame, both a weapon and a miracle catalyst. Ariandel, being the restorer of the painted world, knew that it was painted with blood, and only blood could protect the secrets. Violently flail oneself to trigger an awakening that temporarily boosts the strength of miracles, just as the good father used the rose on himself. That's interesting. Honestly, I want to see what this is like. I know I can't use it, but I'm guessing this is going to be not the thing that people will normally go for. I think most people will choose the scythe, but I'm interested in the moveset of this thing. Oh, okay. Huh. That is an interesting moveset. Oh, and that's how you cast miracles? Oh, okay. That animation takes way too long though, doesn't it? Huh. Interesting. I guess you could use it at the start of a boss battle or something, and maybe even switch, and get the miracle boost. Alright. Next thing we want to do is head back to the painted world, because I want to see if that NPC changes. You know, that girl that's painting the picture, because she wanted fire, didn't she? So we'll go up to her and see what she has to say. And we'll also visit the guy in the cathedral, to see what he has to say. But that's gonna be pretty much it for the DLC. It's very short. I'm gonna make a separate review for the DLC, I think, later, where I'll give my full opinions of it. But for now, I do think this is very short, this DLC. Okay, what do you say?
I can hear fire crackle, and soon I will see it. My thanks, Ashen One. I will finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make a home for someone someday. My thanks, I will of a so that it.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, it seems like this is how the painted worlds work. If someone paints it, apparently in blood, like the Rose of Ariandel says, and eventually it's gonna start rotting. And when it starts rotting, you need to burn it down from the inside, which will allow someone to repaint it. At least that's what I'm kind of getting, which is interesting. Now let's see what you have to say. But again, we'll see how this boss goes on subsequent playthroughs. Because, Souls bosses always get easier, second or third. Oh, he's not here. He's gone. Well, that's really interesting. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna finish this DLC where we started. Different character, different weapon, but now I know for the next DLC, which I think is coming out early next year, that I'll get to at least level 80 before going in. Again, it's just something you can't really know before actually getting the DLC. But now that I do know, I'll be able to better adjust to it. As for now, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Ashes of Ariandel. We're of course not done with this area because we're going to be visiting it in subsequent playthroughs of Dark Souls 3. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.